Hey, what's up? I'm Darkbblue, trying to help everyone enjoy games in depth. This video will cover the strategies for all regular enemies in the element. By regular enemies, I mean mobs and elites, not including bosses. But certain bosses that later become elites will be included in this video. This video is categorized based on the enemy faction. You can check the timestamp below to skip to what interests you. If you prefer a more thorough and deep dive guide on combat, please check out my previous guides in the playlist. So let's start with two generic strategies for relatively weak mobs. First, for the weakest mobs, they do not have any resistance to your light attack stagger, so ideally it should be very easy. However, in reality, such mobs can hit you before you hit them. As a result, I recommend using shield blocking before you start stun locking them. Second, mobs that can be normally staggered but have temporary resistance to stagger when they do certain counterattacks. For these enemies, you need to pay attention to their counterattacks as you keep light attacking and dodging time. Then onto robots. For most robots, the best strategy is parrying. Their eyes will glow red before they attack, which indicates the correct parry timing, so parrying robots should be very easy. In late game, there will be a new dual drill robot which we may adopt a different strategy. You want to move clockwise, which allows you to evade many attacks without relying on iframes. There are two AoE attacks that are worth noting. The first one is dual drill ground shake with a very long pre-attack animation, and this combo includes two AoE explosions. The second one is a combo starting with a quick dual drill thrust and ending with a small AoE explosion. You want to dodge backward to evade these explosions. The Void. Let's just skip the most basic half-body Void and bare-handed Void. Small Pipe Void. It has only one temporary resistance combo, which is two-handed Pipe Smash. When facing this combo, do not dodge backward, but instead to your front right. Large Pipe Void. Dodge every time you attack twice, so that you can evade its counterattack. When you meet this enemy in mid-game and again, it will learn some new fancy combos, so I'd recommend using skills and spells to do speed kill instead of interaction. Beast-shaped Void. The dodging timing is relatively easy to indicate, so basic dodging is enough. The only thing worth noting is its tail attack. Compared to the visual Q, the attack is relatively slow, so you need to pay special attention to this tail attack. Scythe-shaped Pipe Void. This enemy won't show up until mid-game. Its attacks got very long range, so it's hard to simply dodge backward to be safe. But you have Thunder Stab by now, so you can use Thunder Stab to dodge backward. Another choice is to use skills and spells to stun lock him. Bandits. I'll skip the most basic single sword, dual sword, and counter bandits. Flying bandits. In fact, they don't have any stagger resistance, but they have strong retreating ability to break out of your stun locking. So I recommend using light weapons instead of heavy weapons. At the end of some combos, flying bandits will directly retreat backward, giving you no chance to counterattack, which indicates that parrying is the intended strategy. Nevertheless, please don't try to parry its charging attack, which could be very difficult. Halberd Bandit. It has many stagger resistance attacks, so after every 2 attacks, you'll need to prepare for dodging. In a sense, it's kinda similar to Large Pipe Void. Harpoon Bandits. In essence, they are still ranged enemies. Their melee attacks are relatively squishy given their temporary stagger resistance. Hunters, including Spear Hunter, Dual Blade Hunter, and Strong Hunter. The first 2 types of hunters can be stun locked using light attacks and the skills correspondingly. So next, I'll focus on Strong Hunter. My personal strategy is to stand in melee distance away from the enemy, baiting its one certain combo. This combo is Sweeping and Great Leaping Slash, and the Leaping Slash is very easy to parry. If Strong Hunter uses other combos, simply dodge backwards. Necros. Their common characteristics is long and weird combos, which lead to 3 generic strategies. First, stand in melee distance and dodge backward, so that you can evade their attacks without relying too much on iframes. Second, parry combo starters to interrupt the weird combos. And third, use shield blocking to tackle the long combos. Note that you will still receive status effect accumulation when using shield blocking, so I recommend the first 2 strategies over the third one. Now on to specific Necro enemies. Dual Blade Necro. Recommended strategy is parrying, as its long attack range makes it hard to dodge backward. Personally, I feel this combo starting from your front right direction are relatively easy to parry. So when facing combos starting from other directions, I'll choose to dodge instead. Basic Necro. Recommended strategy is to dodge backward. Dual Head Necro. The recommended strategy is to dodge backward. 2 combos are worth mentioning. First, slow triple slash. Second, two-handed slash, which is used after the Great Leaping attack. Both combos are combo finishers that can be easily recognized, so you can dodge forward rather than backward when seeing the 2 combos, gaining yourself additional counter-attack time. Hive Mother Necro. It's essentially a sorcerer, so you don't need to dodge backward like you do with other Necros, just dodge forward and stay close to the enemy. Lantern Necro. Its major threat is steadily accumulating your status effect bar. Its basic melee attacks are rather squishy, but know that you need to dodge frontside rather than backward. Flame Necro. I can give you 2 recommendations. The first one is to move clockwise, so that you can dodge many of its attacks without relying on iframes. The second one is to dodge backward, but due to its long attack range, you'll need Thunder Step to perform this strategy. Note that Flame Necro has a Flame Smash attack, which is an AoE attack, so you have to time your dodge to evade this attack. Finally, we've got to the Church. The Church's hat. Recommended strategy is back and forth. You need to dodge backward, but not when you see him attacking, but before that. Additionally, his strike from his right side can transition into a follow-up two-handed strike if you are too close. This combo can be a bit frustrating at first. The Church's club. Its combos include shoulder attacks, which are hard to dodge, so the recommended strategy is to use parry to interrupt its combos. To facilitate parrying, stand in front of it. The Church's Club Plus. This enemy's AI is largely different from its base version. Now it's more likely to use Stormcaller instead of easy to parry attacks. As a result, now I recommend dodging backward instead. As a side note, all the other plus versions of the Church's enemies, except this club guy, have similar AIs to their base versions, so I will not cover the plus versions of them. The Church's size. It can be very easily parried. Basically, you need to only parry one specific combo starter. The Church's hammer. Recommended strategy is to move counterclockwise. In this way, many of its attacks can be evaded without relying on iframes. The Church's four-legger. Recommended strategy is to move counterclockwise. This strategy allows you to evade its strike and uppercut combo without using iframes. In this case, there are only two attacks worth noting. First is a quick thrust, slash, and uppercut combo. Its pre-attack animation is very fast, forcing you to be highly concentrated. Second is a slow left to right combo. From your perspective, sweeping attack. If you dodge too early, you will get hit. The Church's claw. It's mainly a sorceress, yet it also has melee attacks, which can be parried. Plus, it can be easily stun locked with skills, so it's not a tough foe. The Church's Shield. The recommended strategy is to move counterclockwise. Many attacks can be evaded in this way without relying on iframes. Inspector. Its basic combos are rather simple, with only 3 attacks that could be used in melee range. The first one is a melee sweeping combo, which could be easily dodged if you dodge to front right direction. In this clip, I dodged to my front left direction, which is in fact not recommended. The second one is a small AoE attack, which should be timed with your iframes. The third one is a big and slow AoE attack, which should be evaded by dodging backward. After the 3 basic attacks, let's talk about its special move triggered at half HP. There's a high damage air burst attack as it lands, which is really hard to time your iframes as there is no obvious visual cue. So you can use shield blocking to tackle this attack. After it lands, you need to quickly interrupt its healing move. The Church's Fist. The recommended strategy is to move clockwise. In this way, many of its attacks can be dodged without relying on iframes. The Church's Stuff. Seems there's only one such enemy in the entire game. Anyway, it's basically a sorcerer, so it's not hard to deal with. Its major threat in fact comes from the enemy combination, so you can consider killing the mobs nearby before facing this enemy in person. If you want to play games into depth together with me, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.